In this video, I'm gonna talk about how you can take a 1,600 square foot boxing gym and make it produce $40,000 a month. Now, why are you gonna do this? Because that's gonna allow you to take your passion and turn it into your actual profession. You don't have to work your day job and go to the boxing gym at night. You get to do it all the time. It's awesome. You get to also ensure that you're in a place where you can actually help people for as long as you want to, and you're not like how I see so many people end up being, where they have a gym that's maybe funded by the city or whatever, and then when funding gets dried up or changes, now they're screwed. You get to be in control of your own fate, and it's an amazing thing. So this video is for anybody that is looking to maybe eventually down the road open up your own boxing gym or work with people, or maybe you have a gym right now. I bet it's going to be anywhere from 1,600 square feet plus, somewhere around that ballpark. And this is how you can scale it up. I'm not gonna talk about client acquisition, about how you get the clients. I'm gonna talk about how we fulfill. Now, if you wanna work with me, my name is Coach Keith Keppner, been a professional amateur boxing coach for 15 plus years, coached by my father, who was a professional boxing coach, and he was coached by Chuck Bodak, who worked with over 50 world champions, and Chuck was the Olympic coach for Muhammad Ali. And I've opened up gyms in 3 different states in the Southeast, and I know how to build. All right, now, and if you want to work with me, find me on Instagram, Coach Keith Keppner, or jump on the Patreon page and message me there. Let's talk about this gym layout, because I was inspired by this because 2 things. One is there's someone recently that owns a gym out west, and I was helping them do this. And I was like, man, let me just do a video about this because I was thinking about it a lot. And then the second is I saw this video right here.
Here's how you use heavy bags to take a $25 membership and turn it into $12,000.
$12 membership, 25, 25, 25. Okay? 25, 25, 25. Don't get it.
He gets
1, 2s. It's able to stomach and get in shape. They're not trying to make a champ. Okay? So that's 15, 17, 50. Right? So that's 150. Class 1 is out. 6 to 7. Class 2 is coming in. 7:30 to 8:30. 50, 50, 50. Okay? 300. Class 3 is coming in. 10 to 11. You get it?
He runs through really dumb math and doesn't give explanation of really how you do this thing, all right? It's ridiculous. It's a $25 membership and turn that into $12,000. What are you even talking about? They come once a month? Makes no sense. You wanna know what the actual math is of how you figure this out? Is we're gonna design a space that can fit within 1,600 square feet, where we're gonna be able to have 20 clients max in a session or in a class. I like to call them sessions. So 20 max, and then you're gonna have 20 classes a week. By the way, this is how you find out what your max is. You take your number of classes and you times that times what is full per each class in a week. And this is how you get this number. So times 20, that's gonna equal obviously 400. Now, if you simply charge, easy math, $100 a client, which by the way is too cheap. $25 a client, I don't know what the F he's talking about. We're talking like $1987 there, or right? So, but you times it times 100, which by the way is very cheap. It should be about 150 plus. But let's say you're in a low class area, right? There's not a lot of people with a lot of money, right? That type of situation. All right, boom. That's a whole nother topic. Now we're talking about what? We're talking about hitting $40,000 a month right there. That's how you do it. You need 20 classes a week, and you need to be able to have 20 people max in a class, and you need to fulfill to that point. Now, of course, you can cut this in half if you double the price, all those simple basic stuff. But we're not gonna get into that today. We're gonna get into how we can scale up 1,600 square feet of a boxing gym and get 20 people in a class, and how we can do it, how we can keep it fresh, how you can make it so it's appealing to your average person, how you can keep your average person, and so therefore you can have a support system for the actual competition team and everything else, and to do everything else you want to do. And also, you know what's really cool about this is it funnels people now into boxing that otherwise maybe wouldn't have walked into a scary boxing gym. There's a whole other set of things that go into that, but again, we're just talking about this one aspect. So let me draw out a basic boxing gym layout, at least as I see it, that's about 40 feet by 40 feet. So therefore it equals about 1,600 square feet. And we're gonna have the ring right here in the corner. We're gonna have a bag rack that holds about 10 bags. This is a little bit close here, but that is what it is. Bear with me. And then we have our space here, that's like a mirror mat space here. And this is your front door, right? Let's say, and then this is your desk. All right. So starting right off the rip, let's talk about how we can utilize this space. We're going to break it because if you're going to fit 20 people into this class, you can't have 20 people on the bags because you only got 10 bags. And even if you doubled up, you couldn't have people fitting in here, right? It's going to be hard to put 20 people in the ring. You could kind of make that happen. It would be very hard. 20 people on the floor, very hard to make it happen. And also, what if you even get more than 20 people in class? What are you going to do then? All right, so now let's break this into some groups. So you have group A in the ring, you have group B on the bag, and then you have group C on the floor, and then you actually could have D on the ring side. Now this is just a basic breakdown of 4. We could break it up even more. You could have A, you could have B on ring side here, you could have C on the bags, D here, and then E over here. A few different ways to mix and match it, but let's just keep to this simple format right here. Actually, tell you what, we'll make it even simpler. We'll keep it like this because that will, let me see here. What are we gonna do here? Let's make it A, B, and C. All right, keep it real simple. We're not gonna even utilize, I am gonna utilize it. A, B, C, D. We're gonna utilize the D. All right, so now what we need to do is figure out what we're gonna do in each one of these sections. So we're gonna break that class of 20 people into 4 pieces. So therefore, there are 5 people, give or take, in each area. All right, so what you need to do now, no matter how you break it up, another way you can break it up too is if you are going to have group A on the floor and group B on bags, but now you know on B, you need to be able to fulfill that with the number of bags you have. And if you can't double up and everything else, you need to figure that out. But let's stick to the A, B, C, D format for simplicity. So first off, we got our group of A. What is everything that people can do in the rings? They can do core work in the ring. And then what you're gonna do is then from there, you're gonna list out all of the different exercises that are core work that you wanna essentially template or copy and paste into a workout to change up workout and give diversity. Then you have, what else could they do in the ring? They could do mitt work with each other. They could do, and then obviously you have unlimited options with mitt work. You have calisthenics they could do in the ring. 3 basic things. You could do even more than that, but we'll keep it to that 3 basic. Now we're gonna go to the B section on the bag. Obviously, you're looking at a massive variety of, combinations of different types that almost gets endless, right? Unlimited options with that. Then C, what are you gonna do with group C over there? In front of the mirror on this general floor space. This is where you can do dumbbell work, shadow boxing style work, general, so let's lay that out. So you got dumbbells, and then you have obviously a ton of stuff you can do with dumbbells. You have, let's say one more thing that I like to include, medicine balls. There's a lot to do with that. Bam, 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 bam. You could also do mitt work there. Bam. And then you could also do shadow boxing of some type right there. All right, so right there you have 4 different things there that we can do. Then you have group D over there on ringside. So again, you're utilizing every single piece of your gym. You have ringside, what can we do there? We can do step ups, box jumps, we can do push-ups. There is a lot of stuff that we can do all in this area. You could bring dumbbells over there and incorporate that to mix and match over there in that area as well. And now right from there, you have a structure that now you can template out what you're gonna do in a class. So you have a class of, let's say it's 20 people, it's gonna be 5, 5, 5, 5. Or if it's a class of, let's say you have 18 people, then what's that gonna be? That's gonna be, or let's say if it's 4, 4, 4, right? So 4, 8, 12, 16, you have 16 people. Now you have an even number of people in each class. Now there's a few things also you wanna consider with this structure and with this layout is how we're gonna manage time. All right, so how do you structure this? How does this work out as an actual class? Let's run through that. So now, first off, you're gonna have, this is how the class has to run in order for it to work and not be all clunky, right? Because you could try all this tomorrow, it's gonna be clunky as hell, trust me. And also the first time you run anything is gonna be the most difficult. Now, first off, you need 3 to 5 minutes, really ideally 5 minutes of a warm-up that the entire class does. The warm-up is minimalistic, meaning it doesn't require a lot of equipment. It doesn't even necessarily mean you have to have everyone on jump ropes, because then you need 20 jump ropes and you need space for 20 people on jump ropes. You might not have that space in 1,600 square feet. Now, general stuff, a lot of things. I'm not gonna go into all different types of warm-ups you can do, but some general things. Now, what's the purpose of this warm-up? Purpose of this warm-up is twofold, maybe threefold. The first is, as people come in, if they're maybe 30 seconds, minute late, 2 minutes late, it gives them time to come in. It also gives you, as the coach, the opportunity to now divide people up into groups. So you're in group A, you're in group B, you're in group C, you're in group D, all right? And then if you have a super uber small class, by chance, as you're building, let's say it's just, I don't know, you got maybe 6 people in one group, 6 people in the other group, then it's just an A and B, and the next you're gonna move them over to D and C. Does that make sense? That is your time to plan that out. Or if the best thing happens, you have more than 20 people, you gotta figure out how you're gonna tweak it out. Oh, well, you know what? And this is where this actually can easily work for 24 people. Why? Because you have 10 bags over here. It is very easy to make that 10 bags over here, and you have 5 people over here, you can easily put 6 people on these bags. Easy, easy. Easy to put 6 people here, 6. Now you got 24 people. Now it's getting even. It's all easy. It's all just numbers and math, all right? Then you divide up into the groups, and now, once you divide people up to the group during the warm-up, they're doing that while they're warming up, right? So you have them do the warm-up, written on a whiteboard or whatever, they're doing it, you're assigning the groups. Now, right when that time ends, you're gonna do a quick breeze through of what each one of these sections are, all right? So group A, you're doing this the first round. Group B, you're doing this the first round. Group C, you're doing this the first round. And group D, you're doing this the first round. Make sure everyone's listening to you, all right? Everyone got it? Got the idea? Cool, ready, set, go. You don't take time for that one person that's like, what is a push-up again, right? Or what's a jab? Is that a jab, right? You don't take time for that person, because chances are most of the other people know what the hell that is. And so therefore, okay, everyone got it? Okay, ready? Hey, I'll get with you in 1 second. Ready, set, go. Boom. Time goes on, and now you go straight to that person who doesn't even know what a jab is, let's say, or they forgot somehow, or they don't know what a push-up is, and you show them what that is and address that. So therefore, the whole ship of the class, the whole platoon gets to move at a good speed, and the people that have been there for a while or that know something are not held back, and they're sitting there looking at you while you're explaining what a jab or a push-up is or a burpee is. Make sense? And also as well, you're gonna have people that are just gonna always constantly not know what the hell is going on, and you're gonna have to just go through and hold their hand a little bit. But if I'm in your class, I don't wanna sit there and wait for you to hold somebody's hand. I wanna be able to go do my thing if I'm ready to work, all right? So ready, set, go. You look out for those people that are either new or don't know what the hell is going on, and you address them, but you don't slow down the whole session because of that. Then you're spot checking, ensuring everyone's going. Now, an extra thing is if you can have 2 to 3 or even 4 whiteboards. So therefore, in each section, you have it written out what the hell's going on. Super easy reference. So therefore, you're saying, hey, Group A, you're doing this. It's right there on the board in case you forget. Group B, you're doing this right there on the board in case you forget, blah, 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 blah. All right? And then they either run through a whole section of 2, 3, or 4 rounds, depending if they're 3 or 2 minute rounds, and then they switch and go to the next section. Then they switch and go to the next section, switch and go to the next section. All right? Now, another way or another thing to consider is when we're going to do our water break. Have a defined water break so the session moves nice and smooth. Water break about halfway through. That's all you need. If someone is normally hydrated throughout the day, they don't need a water break after every single freaking round. Don't let people do that. And also another thing as well, don't let people dictate the speed of the class as well with their energy level. What do I mean by this? I mean that after, let's say we split this into it was 3, 6, 9, 12. Let's say it was a 12 round class, right? So there's 3 rounds of each one of these. So you got section A has 3 rounds. So 1, 2, 3. And hell, let's write out the rounds. All right. Let me go through something that I want to maybe run through. How about, let's see, what's something good we could put in here? So D, C, A, core work, network. We'll do it we'll do a lateral shuffle up top, back and forth. They just go from rope to rope across. Boom, 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 boom. That's the first one. Then next one, we're going to do a bear crawl. Okay. Forward and then walk lunge back. So I'm just coming up with this off the top of my head. So walk lunge. And then last one, we're going to do sit up, max out. All right. So that's the first one. That's group A. We're saying like, Coach Keith, where's the boxing skill and everything else? Hey, dude, this is a conditioning class that also incorporates boxing. We're going to talk about boxing skill maybe in group B, definitely, because we're on the bags, and group C, but we're mixing everything together. So therefore, in one class, in one time, that person gets everything they need. They're not sitting there like, yeah, well, you know, that boxing class was cool, but after I did it for a few months, I didn't get my ass kicked anymore conditioning wise. You want to, again, you're going to build a gym that's going to be able to support high quality boxing training because of the regular person that wants to go there and learn something, but mainly they need to get that great exercise in. All right. So now, this is how I've built so many gyms. Now, B, we have the bag work. So let's say round 1, straights only. And then maybe, I like this little extra thing. 30 seconds, hooks nonstop. Like power, go crazy, right? Then, second one, let's do maybe a combination. Maybe it's a 1, 2, 3, 2, and then they dip, and then 2, 3, 2. Boom. All right, and the same thing, last 30 seconds, we're gonna hook it out. And then here, last round, we got freestyle. Anything they want, same thing, last 30 seconds, hook it out, finish out strong, right? Really blast them out. Then we got group C here. It's been a while since I've written these workouts out, but again, you'll get it down where you used to take your entire mental focus and faculties to do, you can do with your little pinky over enough time. All right, then we have group C here. Group C, let's do first round, we'll do freestyle shadow boxing for the heck of it, right? Because that's good and get a chance to work on technique a little bit. Or how about this? How about even better? Oh, we'll save that for a second. Hold on. So shadow boxing, cool. And we'll maybe do that with dumbbells, perhaps, 2 to 3 pound dumbbells. Then second round, let's have them do the same combo that people were doing on the bag. So therefore, they get that extra practice on that. And then last 30, they punch out. All right. So that's where you have that 30-second bell on most boxing timers. And you tell, hey, I'm going to run through how we orchestrate all together. All right. So you got that. Then you have round 3 is going to be, here. I like this one. So 30 med, 30 is a little excessive. Boom, 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 boom. Let's do 10 med ball slams. And then we will do 10 med ball slams and we'll do 6. We'll do 6 burpees, right? Why not? I love the burpees. Okay. Now, then we have the D. Boom. On that one, we're going to do first round step ups. Next round, 10 dips, 10 squats on the ring side, like box squats, assuming the ring isn't like 3 feet high. And then, can't even see me down here. All right. And then the last round, we're going to do, what would be a good last round there? We're running out of things here, Tell you what, we'll swap it out a little bit. We'll do 10 dips and 10 mountain climbers, or 20 mountain climbers off the ring side. So 10 dips and 20 mountain climbers off the ring side. And then the last round, we will do squats max out. What's great about squats max out at the end there, because guess what? To be a good boxer, you gotta have good, strong legs, got good conditioning, man. You're doing that for 2 to 3 minutes. That's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. All right, now let me talk about how I would orchestrate all of this, all right? So the warm-up, whatever that is, maybe 10 jumping jacks, 10 squat jacks, 10 plank jacks. That's a nice little basic warm-up, right? Boom, 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 10, 10, 10. And the whole time you're repeating it, what it is, as you're getting your numbers, right? Okay, we got 15 people. How do I divide these people up into groups? If you got mitt work, you want to try to divide them up into even groups if possible. All right. Bam, bam, bam. All right. Now with A, right? So let's say we did our warm up. I told everyone in the session, hey guys, if I said you're A, you're in the ring. If you're B, you're over on bags. If you're C, you're over on by the mirror. And if you're D, you're on ringside. All right, guys, get your gloves, have them with you, go. Boom, everyone's over there. Okay, guys, you guys up the ring. A, you're doing lateral shuffles for the whole round. Keep your hands up, move on the balls of your feet. B, guys, you guys are doing straight shots only straight shots, the 1 and the 2. When you hear that 30-second bell, hook out nonstop. You guys over on C, you're doing freestyle shadow box with the dumbbells. Mix it up, mix it up. When you hear that 30-second bell, uppercuts nonstop. See, I just threw that in there for fun. Then group D, you guys doing step ups on the ringside nonstop. If you gotta go slow, that's okay, but try to keep moving nonstop. All right, guys, ready, set, go. And I'm looking for anyone that doesn't know what the hell's going on. And I'm gonna help them out first while the whole rest of the session's going. And then once that's done, while that time is still running, I'm going through and making sure I help everyone with their technique, right? On the straight punches, we're looking for hitting with the knuckles, looking for twisting on the right hand, looking for good form with the elbows in, et cetera, breathing on the punches, the chin is down, all those basic adjustments. You're yelling out to the whole group, the whole session, because that probably applies to everyone. Same thing with lateral shuffles, we're looking for moving on the balls of the feet. With the freestyle shadow boxing with dumbbells, same thing. And with the step ups, we're just encouraging them to keep going at the pace that's gonna push them, adjusted for the right person, right? We're running. That 30-second bell comes, go, boom, good. You guys, uppercuts on the dumbbells, you guys hooks on the bag, shuffle, speed up, step up, speed up a little bit, guys, and then that bell comes, time. All right, guys, next round, we're doing bear crawl down, walking lunge back up in the ring. Group B, you guys 1, 2, 3, 2, dip, 2, 3, 2. Last 30 seconds, we're hooking out again. 1, 2, 3, 2, dip, 2, 3, 2. When you hear that 30-second bell, hook out. You guys, we're doing the same combo on the dumbbells. You guys see it on the whiteboard right there. And then on D, you guys are doing 10 dips and 20 mountain climbers. 10 dips off the side of the ring side, 20 mountain climbers, hands on the ring, knees up nice and high, back and forth, guys, get ready, get set, go. And see that fell right in within about 30 seconds or less. Boom, again, you got people don't know what the hell going on, you're going, helping them out. Then we're gonna go to that next round, et cetera. All right, make sense? So we run through about 6 rounds. Then, okay, guys, water break, quick. And now you don't let people straggle for the water break. You say, guys, you got 30 seconds or 45 seconds for water break. All right, guys, hurry up, get back. And if people aren't back, if not everyone's back, don't slow down the session because of those stragglers. Just say, okay, guys, get ready, get set. Next one's this, go. And if someone wants to straggle and struggle bus back, that's fine, whatever. And there are some people that legitimately are not in very good shape and they might need to take a little bit longer, that's okay. But the session is gonna keep on running. We're not gonna hold people back, and that's how you're gonna retain people, because as they get in better shape, they are gonna need to be pushed, right? They're there to be pushed. They're not there to be coddled. Now you do it positive and supportively, right? Or like with Keppner Boxing, one of our core values is positive, sincere, and professional. So you're positive, meaning, upbeat, supportive. You're sincere, means you're actually truthful about how you're doing it. You're not just kind of fake and surface level. And then you positive, sincere, and you're professional. So you're not swearing, you're professional in your conduct, how you present yourself, how you dress, everything else, how you talk in a professional, laid back but professional manner. Showing up on time, all that stuff like that. And being prompt on your time. So again, it's like, hey, we got 30 seconds before the next round goes. When we go on that 30 seconds, we don't dawdle around after that bell goes. That's being professional. That's following the track. All right, and so you run it through, and then maybe you finish out the entire session with something that they can all do together. Like a basic, burnout or some core work or whatever. You can say, oh, Coach Keith, well, they already did sit up, max out. Cool, think of something different. Be creative, but have it planned out. That's the key. If you try to come up with it off the cuff, it's probably not gonna be very good, unless you've been doing this for just years and years. But even if you've been doing it for years and years, you might have the same script that you're kind of running over again, and you think it's creative, but it's really not, right? Make sense? And this is how you get easily 20, if not 24 people that you could fit in this class. If not really, you could have 40 people in this class. You could have 10, 20, 30, 40. Could we hit 10? Yeah, we could hit 10 on people on the ring side. So 40 people in the class, and now we're talking even better. We're talking even better. And again, we determine how you structure this out and how you plan this out is you write out all the workouts ahead of time. Like we've written out 16 plus weeks of workouts straight out, a total of 400 plus workouts, and for many different types of class formats. But you section your gym off into these sections. Someone that I worked with recently, the one guy that kind of inspired me to do this video, he determined that, hey, I'm just gonna have two groups. Just gonna have two groups and figure out how he can work that with a group A and a group B and make it work, because there's a few more bags. And you might have a few more bags, and if you have a few less bags, you have to adjust for what you have, right? And make sure you got the basic equipment to fulfill. It is great to have those small dumbbells, medium-sized dumbbells, and I love the medicine balls, very helpful. Have some floor space, have some bags, and really if you got that, you got everything you need to then simply, with the right type of marketing, the right type of sales, and the right type of service, obviously, to scale up to $40,000 a month, have 400 members, and again, they pay more than $100 a month, and you hit that number even with less people. And then that allows you to now turn your passion into a profession. All right, guys, if you want to work with me, again, like I said, message me on Instagram, reach out, see if if it's a fit, because I've helped a lot of people around the country and around the world help scale up in this exact fashion. And I want to make this video so that you guys had it, so you knew what to do, because I didn't have this resource when I started back when I first opened up on my own with my own place, with my own liability in about 1,600 square feet, and grew it and hit it out of the ballpark. I didn't have this type of help, and I didn't have this type of resource. So I hope it was helpful, guys, and watch out for the next video.